Jesse Jackson's got his organization. He calls it Push. I call my organization Shove. Our motto is take Reaganomics and shove it.
Introducing Earl E. Black. He's a gas station attendant. Used to be an apple picker. He helped build a grain elevator once. He's a veteran and a candidate for the presidency of the United States of America.
The common sense government, a little common sense back into the government.
That's what you have to offer?
That's right.
To achieve his common sense government, Earl's proposing some uncommon ideas. Earl's solution to prison overcrowding.
Well, send them down to South America, or not South America, Mexico would be the closest place. Instead of...
Send our prisoners to Mexico?
Yeah.
What if Mexico doesn't want them?
Well, that's where they're going to get paid for it, see.
Earl's solution to the national debt.
So we have to write that off, just print more money to make up the difference.
Earl's just a regular guy. He's never held public office, but he has tried. He ran for president in 1980 and in 1984. He lost. Earl's running what he calls a hip pocket campaign. That means he pays. He's given up trying to raise campaign funds selling mail order items. It seems there just isn't much demand for the Linda Ladybug combination flashlight keychain. Let the other guys promote themselves with big bucks and matching funds. Earl's sticking with little bucks and matches and promises no one can match. If Earl becomes president, he'll tell the world whatever Uncle Sam knows about
UFOs and extraterrestrial vehicles, flying saucers, as they call them.
You think there's any truth to that sort of thing?
I don't know. I'd like to find out.
Whatever Earl lacks in experience, he likes to think he makes up for with his impressive record of inexperience. Earl has no experience making deals with drug-strong men in Central America. He has no experience raising taxes in Massachusetts. He's never been accused of choosing a running mate simply to achieve geographical balance. He wants George Weaver, the truck driver from down the street. And back when all that Iran scam mess was going on, Earl was nowhere near the White House, nowhere near Tehran. He was right here, minding his own business, selling gasoline, and he has the receipts to prove it.
The kids' issues are strong and honest. I believe that's what we need. Besides that, he's from my hometown. He's got my vote. He's a pretty cool guy.
When the grade school teacher taught her class anyone can grow up to become president, Earl Black was the one taking notes. And who knows? After all, a peanut farmer became president. An actor became president. Maybe a gas station attendant can too.
Well, I got 2 shots, Slim and none. Slim's out of town.
That leaves you with none.
Well, not necessarily.
Ready to toss some shoes?
Have my practice for today.
Let's do it.
I was 13 when I started pitching, and I won my first state championship when I was 15. Now that was in the men's division.
1958 was the first one. In the 30 years since, David Baker has ringered his way to 15 Missouri State Horseshoe Pitchin championships. 12 times he's finished second.
I'd say natural ability is probably 50% of it, because no 2 pitchers with the same amount of practice would ever finish the same in a tournament. One's always better than the other one.
I think we know which one is better than the other one here. David holds the record for the most consecutive ringers in state tournament play. 42 in a row in 1968. Can you go in like a pool shark and take them for all they're worth?
Not really, because too many people know me. I've pitched too many years, and they know who I am.
David holds the state tournament record for the longest game, 110 pitches in 1957. He did it competing against his father. It seems neither could score points because they threw so many ringers they just kept canceling each other out. We didn't have that problem in this game.
No, I never get tired of pitching horseshoes. It's just like eating. You never get tired of eating.
David has been to 14 world tournaments, finishing his highest fifth. His lifetime average for tournament play, nearly 75% ringers. And this year, on the 30th anniversary of that first state championship, David Baker has been named to the Missouri Horseshoe Pitchin Hall of Fame.
Well, one thing is for exercise. It's real good exercise.
But you must get more out of it than exercise.
And anything that you can do good, you want to do.
Yeah. That's why I don't like doing it. I think it's hopeless. What do you think?
I think so.
I give up. Jim Porter likes to work with his hands. This is what his hands have been working on for the past 5 years. Ripley's, believe it or not, recognizes it as the world's longest whittled wooden chain. 595 feet and growing. 1 3-inch link at a time.
When you're doing this, you're thinking about other things. That's just automatically comes, you know, you got your mind on something else besides your troubles. And that's the reason I do it.
Jim has been a whittler for most of his 68 years, but he didn't become serious about the chain until he retired from his welding job a few years back. His goal, 1,000 feet. He calculates that with patience, persistence, and perseverance, he'll reach it in late 1991. For now, he takes his chain to craft shows and fairs across the country, and he gets a flood of mail. Chain letters, you might say, from would-be wood carvers who just can't get the hang of it.
This ain't nothing nobody can't do. It's just something that nobody will put this much time in it. Just think of sitting down and trying, and this don't amount to nothing.
Well, I'm used to it. I've had lots of whittlings and things to sweep up every day, but it keeps him kind of out of, gives him something to do, keeps him out of my hair.
Jim says this remarkable chain is kind of his insurance policy against being forgotten. It's sort of his link with immortality.
Never done anything in my life that I ever got any notoriety out of. That's true, because God made little green apples. I never done anything in my life, really, that I got any notoriety from. And this is the only thing.
About any day of the week, any week of the year, you're likely to catch Jim whiling away the hours, whittling away his worries. We left him as we found him, with his thoughts, his knife, and 595 feet of whittled wooden chain. Make that 595 feet 3 inches.
I'm Darren Prather.
I'm Sue Abrams.
I'm Mark Haka.
I'm Dowe Quick with another edition of A Quick Look. Santa Claus, alias Kris Kringle, alias St. Nicholas, alias Jolly Old St. Nick. He is, to put it simply, a nice guy. For those who can successfully impersonate Claus, the rewards are many, not the least of which are the opportunities to appear in countless local Christmas parades. The impersonators of a philanthropist, the closet Clauses, or as we prefer to call them, the pseudo-Santas. Ho, ho, ho. Everywhere we turn, it seems, we find someone appearing to take up Santa's cause. Take, for example, this man seated behind me, white beard and mustache, red coat and cap. His resemblance to this composite sketch provided to us by an eyewitness who saw the real Claus is uncanny. Certainly too great to be a mere coincidence. Is he indeed Claus, or is he, in fact, a pseudo-Santa? Let's find out. Excuse me, sir, what is your name, please?
Well, hello there. Kris Kringle, and they're known as Santa Claus.
Kris Kringle, of course, being one of the aforementioned aliases. If you are indeed the real Claus, I'm sure you can tell us how many reindeer you have, sir.
Well, I have 8 reindeer, including Rudolph, which of course everyone knows about. And then I have all the others, you know, Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, you know, all the rest of them.
You mentioned 5 by name. What are the other 3, sir?
Let's see, Rudolph. Let's see, oh my.
Is it likely that Mr. Claus would not know the names of his reindeer?
Oh, no,
We think not.
I think not.
We've uncovered evidence indicating the alleged fraud is in fact a conspiracy involving the perpetrators working with accomplices in the guise of business owners. We found one business operating not on the black market but completely above board, renting and selling these costumes. Here we're surrounded by enough red and white to give the real Santa claustrophobia. Do you do any sort of a background check on the people who rent these costumes?
Not at Christmas time.
Is it possible that someone other than the real Claus could come in here and rent a costume in order to impersonate Mr. Claus?
Well, anyone that rents a Santa suit is pretending to be Santa Claus.
You admit it, then?
Yes, I admit it.
The real Claus, presumably busy at the North Pole, could not be reached for comment. We did, however, speak to a close business associate of Claus who asked not to be identified. We shall refer to him, therefore, by the pseudonym Little Mr. Magic Twinkledy Toes. Mr. Toes, does Claus have any unusual features which would help us to distinguish him from a pseudo-Santa?
Well, he has a little round belly that shakes when he laughs.
Let's be frank, the man is fat.
Like a bowl full of jelly.
We get you to stand up and laugh for us, please.
All right. Oh, my.
Rotund?
Hello,
yes.
children.
Obese? Perhaps.
Hello
But like
there.
a bowl full of jelly, you be the judge. Ho, 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 indeed.